2 towns over there in the Middle East burned up by hailfire and brimstone. Why? Because of ungodliness. The only ungodly thing that's actually mentioned there is the sexual perversion. But I dare say that Sodom and Gomorrah had a whole lot of other sin going on besides just that. If you've got that kind of thing going on, there's a whole lot of rottenness in the core. And God had judgment brought down because of that. He mentions that here. Verse 7, and delivered righteous Lot, who was oppressed by the filthy conduct of the wicked. I've thought about that verse a number of times. And I thought, why, if Lot was really oppressed by their wickedness, why in the world did he stay in that town? Think about that. Here's Lot. He came along with Abraham, part of Abraham's entourage. Obviously knew something about God because he was following what God told Abraham to do. He goes into Sodom and Gomorrah, living a sumptuous life, had herds and flocks. He was a wealthy man. Why did he stay in that ungodly town? Maybe he had a situation where he was stuck. You ever been having something happen where you got stuck someplace and there's nothing you can do about it? You got to invest in something. You bought a house there. I know of people who've been stuck in Barstow. Well, my family's here. My house is here. These things are here. I don't like what's happening in California because all the junk that's going on, all the political corruptness, all these things are happening, but I can't get out of Barstow. I can't get out of town. Unfortunately, in Mojave Church, we've had 3 different congregations that all moved back east. Not because of what I was trying to tell them, but because of things that are going on in the state of California. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who just want to get out of California. They don't like the junk that happens here politically. Well, that's probably the way things were at that time with Lot and his family. Maybe he didn't really want to get out of Sodom and Gomorrah because he was tied there economically or something. I don't know. But I know on the next day when the angels led him out of the house and out of town, the wife turned back to look at it, longing to go back where they were. We don't ever want to look back at the things that are back there because if the sin is there, it'll grab you. If you become a child of God and you go and let the things say, oh, wow, wasn't that particular thing that we did, wasn't that really a lot of fun? Maybe we should go do that again. I can be a Christian and go do that. I can go back in there. I won't fall away from God. I'll do it. I guarantee you, you will. It'll get you every time. It's a whole lot easier to follow things of the world and just go along with the crowd, just kind of go along with what's happening rather than stand up for what's right. My guess is that's kind of what happened to Lot. He was just going along with the flow. He was enjoying a very productive herds and all that kind of stuff, but he was still vexed. He still didn't like it. Well, verse 7, and delivered righteous Lot, who was oppressed by the filthy conduct of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them tormented his righteous soul from day to day by seeing and hearing their lawless deeds. Then the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of the temptations and to reserve the unjust under punishment for the day of judgment.